This segment here is going to kind of grind everyone's gears. So be prepared, because I know that this man's name brings disdain for a lot of Lions fans. Something that I have not seen ever. But we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Jared Goff is the current quarterback of the Detroit Lions. If the Lions cut him, they're going to save a bunch of money. He is one of the people, along with Big V and a couple other people, if they are cut, the Lions will have $65 million to enter free agency. Jared Goff would have to be a post-June 1st designation, very similar to how Trey Flowers was last year, or going into this season, this offseason. So I have a question for y'all. We talked about it yesterday. You have to pick one, right? You cannot, I don't want anything but one. You have to pick one. If the Lions continue winning, your hopes of Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, if you wanted him, and possibly even Will Levis. I mean, Hendon Hooker's out there too. But if you wanted Bryce Young, because that's what this is about. If you wanted a top 5 quarterback, we can't win any more games, right? If we win any more games, we're going to pick outside the top 10. I mean, who knows? We could have a better record than the LA Rams, and wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something, right? But you have to make a choice. You have to choose. You have to choose. Would you prefer, and this is why I brought up Jared Goff's name. Jared Goff is on the books for 2 more years. 2 more years. No Detroit Lions fan, if you ask, they can't stand Jared Goff. I mean, they hate this man. He does lead the league, the NFL, in turnover since 2019. That is fact. But Jared Goff is hated. He is hated in the Lions community. I have seen more hate for Jared Goff in a year and a half that he's been here than Matthew Stafford ever got before the Super Bowl. So the question that I have for you is, we keep winning games. Jared Goff is on the books for 2 more years. We keep winning games. We pick, I don't know. Let me see. If you make the playoffs, you're picking, 18, 19, somewhere around there. If you're the first team eliminated, you start picking right around there. Let's say the Lions are 8-9, and they pick 13. We now miss out on Bryce Young. We now miss out on CJ Stroud if you wanted him. Maybe even Will Levis. I don't know. Do we still take a quarterback? So the question is, if the Lions don't pick in the top 10, do you want a quarterback with the first round pick, or either first round pick? We currently have 5 and 12. I mean, at this point in the season, we could have the Lions could pick lower or higher than the Rams. Well, lower, because lower is going up in this case. So if the Detroit Lions wind up picking between 10 and 15, do you want a quarterback with either pick? Or is it for you, is it Bryce Young or bust? Because I've been hearing that a lot over the past 2 weeks. Bryce Young or bust. So Zay says yes. I'm assuming, Zay, it's to my latter question. You're saying trade up. Trade up. Okay. So what are we giving up? Let's do this. Since this segment was more about Goff, but I like where this is going. Matthew Stafford is out this game. Didn't I tell you yesterday? I told you that yesterday. I said that yesterday. There's no way, and I shouldn't have read that, but I knew it. We talked about it yesterday, D. All right. Now, this is getting juicy, and this is why I like this dialogue. I like these shows. All right. So you mean to tell our defense is ranked 32 right now? That's right, and he has to be out. I think they have to make a decision today. And I love this. I love the diversity of Lions fans and the way that we think, right? Because I'm partial to defense. I think Jared Goff is a very serviceable quarterback. However, He's only on the books for 2 more years. He'll be 30 by the time his contract is up. But our defense is ranked 32, and I think he's serviceable. See, I don't see, and I told you guys the other day, I think 2018 Jared Goff is in there somewhere. I think 2018 Jared Goff is somewhere in there hiding. Maybe his soon-to-be wife can bring it out. Maybe being comfortable, maybe being confident can bring it out. But I believe 2018 Jared Goff is still in there. Because guess what? Somebody brought up his name today. Oh, buddy. Guess who coming out at the for the LA Rams? Detroit Lions Matthew Stafford. And watch how fast them Rams fans throw that dude in the trash. Watch how fast they have already thrown, to some extent, Matthew Stafford in the trash. What's wrong with Matthew Stafford? What's wrong with Stafford? It's already happening. They got exactly what they wanted. The man brought them a Super Bowl, and they ready to throw him in the trash. Sounds very familiar to me. So, we pick 15. Zay says trade up. What are we giving up to trade up? We pick, let's say the Lions pick 14th. Let's say the Rams go on a tear. They win one playoff game, right? They're picking somewhere in the early 20s, right? Because it's 12 teams that make the playoffs. I'm sorry, 14. What are you doing? Are you rocking with Goff for 2 more years? Are you taking any first-round quarterback? Are you trading up to get the quarterback that you want? And if so, what are you giving up? And question number 4 is, are you willing to take a quarterback in a different round? Excuse me. Mo says, I would rather have Bryce for the next 20 years than have Goff for the next 2 years with no QB future. Hey, me now, Mackenzie says, with those first 2 picks should be defense and a QB in the second. Jalen Hurts was a second-round pick. D-Reese says 2018 Goff is in the past, Derek. He's been declining before the Rams traded him. He is what he is. He's showing you that every week. Like I said, D-Reese, I believe that 2018 Jared Goff is still there. 100%. We got the pick 6 king that just won a Super Bowl. I believe he's in there somewhere. Still makes great throws. Not 2 more years of Goff. No, God, please no. Well, he's on the books for 2 more years, 3-on-3. But I will say this. Jared Goff, he got us right where he won't, don't he? If you can't stand Jared Goff, but y'all not answering the question, though. Y'all not answering. Mackenzie kind of did. Mackenzie said, so Mackenzie is skipping Bryce Young. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mackenzie. He said the first 2 picks should be defense and the QB in the second. That means no Bryce Young. Is it Bryce Young or bust for you in this chat? 2000 Goff already popped up earlier this year. Von D, he sure did. And then he turned into 2020 Goff. So he's still there. I just think a mobile QB elevates this offense so much more than Goff. Goff is boring to watch. Zay, that's facts, bro. That's facts. You mean a mobile QB like Marcus Mariota? Is that what you talking about, bro? That's what you talking about?
Got him!
You talking about that, bro? You talking about a dude throwing off his cheeks? Did anybody else see that throw yesterday? What are we doing? What are we doing? So you're the GM. What are you doing? This segment is already 10 minutes, so I need an answer. Since the chat is slow and they're not going to give it to me, leave it in the comment section below. What are you doing? Lions pick at 15. Are you using any pick? If the Lions and Rams are picking out of the top 10, how are you getting the quarterback that you want if you're going to take a 1 in the first round?